Hey girl, hey, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Misha. Thank you guys for joining me yet again for another review. Tonight we are back with a brand new review of Love and Marriage Huntsville Season 3 Episode 7. WAP. Honey, and I ain't talking about the ones Cardi B was talking about, okay? I'm talking about Wanda ain't playing. But she actually playing in these people's faces. But y'all, we're going to get into it as we get into it. If you are new here, then welcome. I give lighthearted reviews with a little bit of laughter and a little bit of shade. If you're back for a second or third time, then welcome back. Please do not hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you get anything out of the content. Now, child, let's get into it. So it seems that the word of the episode is aggressive. Okay, listen to me. We already being labeled aggressive all up and through, honey. We can't even have an opinion without someone calling people of color aggressive. Okay, so stop getting amongst each other and calling each other aggressive. Mel, Destiny was not being aggressive. She was calling you on your okay, there's a difference. Maurice was not being aggressive. Tiffany, you and your stringy little hair, honey. He was just letting you know, don't speak on my child, period. Now, child, let's get into it. So when the episode first opens up, you know, the guys are still talking outside, right? So Marceau asked if he got a DNA test. Of course, you know, Martell looking around all crazy, right? He said, if you love it, don't even get a DNA test. Don't even worry about it. I cannot stand Marceau. Do y'all hear me? So Tiffany husband, honey, he piping up. I'm like, sir, do you know them? He's like, do you love her? So Martell goes, you know, I love everybody. I love everybody. Oh, okay, honey, you know better because you know male executive producing on this show. I don't know if you have any credits or not. I won't say because I don't know. But you know she going to watch this show back and be like, oh, you said you love her, honey, and you don't want that well to run dry. You ain't stupid. Your episode's already being cut. So Martell was like, you know, I just love everybody. Sure. He said, you know, at the moment, you know, I don't want to be back with Mel. This is what he said in his confessional. He's like, I don't think we're compatible. It took you 4 kids to figure that out. Child, your side piece must be watching. It sounds like you're trying to convince yourself of this, honey. I don't know if you're trying to convince us or if you're trying to convince you. Then this man gonna say, for me to go back to Mel, the Lord would have to touch me personally. Martell, please stop, honey. Because we know you still calling. And if she said, come on home, honey, you going. You, them tight shirts and them ankles out and all that. You going right on back home. Moving forward. Mel is inside getting Miss Wanda together, honey, because she wants her to get back with Martel, right? But she's like, it's just funny because you liking and commenting on the mistress's page. Honey, that is so messy. But Mel, honey, how do you know she's commenting and liking unless you lurking? Honey, I picked up on that. I'm like, child, not you looking at this woman's page from a whole fake burner page. Whole time, Destiny is me, honey. She's sitting in between them eating her food. Baby, Destiny said, let me go and eat these little sliders, honey. I'm not going to let you help us worry me. But Miss Wanda was talking all over him and everything. And I was like, ooh, child, I could not eat with Miss Wanda pronouncing all these words wrong, recognize and recognize, and all that spitting all over my slider. Oh, no, ma'am. So, anywho, Miss Wanda and Mel still going at it, right? Destiny still sitting there, ain't saying nothing. So then Miss Wanda said, I can like her picture because I'm not y'all friend. Now, if Tisha did it, she wouldn't do that. She don't follow her. Miss Wanda, it doesn't matter, honey. You've been in these people's presence. So the fact that you're sitting here liking this girl's pictures and telling her how beautiful she is, that's a violation. Lady. So she's like, you know, Tisha, she don't follow her. Destiny said, but she broke up a family. Miss Wanda said, no, Martell broke up a family, honey, and did. She said, but it's like you're supporting the situation. She said, I said she looks nice. Y'all got a problem with that? Destiny said, yes, I do. Miss Wanda said, well, then you got low self-esteem. Honey, no, I ain't no low self-esteem. Okay? I don't think so. And Mel, honey, you see the way that Destiny stepped in on your behalf? This is the energy that we were looking for from you. Okay? This is what a friend does. But child, let's continue. So Destiny said, oh, baby, I ain't got no low self-esteem. So honey, her little wig, honey, they start twirling around, letting it be known that she thinks she popping. So they start going back and forth and back because, child, she said they ain't got no self-esteem, honey, and it's about the self-esteem of it all. So Destiny said, I have no problem, this is what she said in her confessional, putting Miss Wanda and her 27 piece in her place. Now, she didn't say the 27 piece, but y'all know I like to zhuzh it up. Y'all know I'm going to add my stuff to it. In the next scene, outside, Sadaric, honey, it's one of the icks, okay? And he's tripping, telling Martell, you know, well, Do you love her? Honey, he tripping him up because he don't know what to say. So Martell looking crazy, not answering the question that Tiffany's husband asked him, right? But I have a question. Why are y'all trying to put these people back together to repeat the same mistakes? Okay? That's insanity. Martell still gonna cheat. Mel still gonna fuss. Leave these people separate so that their kids can grow up with some sanity. Like, what is wrong with y'all? So Marceau is like, is it a hot boy summer? Leave that for the ladies. And honey, it's been a hot boy summer. It's been a hot boy summer all up and through the marriage. Okay. He never stopped. That's why he's divorced. So then they started talking about getting remarried, right? Marceau was like, yeah, I would never definitely not get remarried. They're like, so you saying that now? They said, you saying that now, but it gets lonely. Marceau is like, nah, I'm good. He thinking about having to deal with another Miss Wanda. He's like, you know what? On second thought, I think I'll pass. So Maurice is like, you don't value marriage like we do. And this is why you're on your second marriage, Maurice. Honey, people in glass houses. He said, you know, I'm just going to stay married. That's the bottom line. It's no other option. I'm just going to stay married to Tisha. I'm not even worried about that because I'm not getting a divorce. Back inside, Mel is letting it be known, anybody trying to mess around with your man, I don't have nothing to say to them. I have nothing for them, honey. And I might punch them in the throat. Girl, you ain't going to bust a grape, but that was cute. Listen, I feel the exact same way. The other woman wouldn't get so much as a hello from me. Do y'all understand me? If she messed with one of my friends' husbands, honey, what do we have to discuss? Girl, please. But you know what the awkward thing was about this, y'all? The whole conversation, Kiowa and Kimmi are both present and accounted for. I'm like, oh, child, this is getting weird. Moving forward. Miss Wanda still saying she can see her and Martell getting back together, honey, because she is not letting up. So then Mel spoke her speech, honey. She said, with all due respect, the problem with the older generation is y'all are encouraging people to stay in toxic situations, and I don't think that's okay. Mel, you better speak your speech, honey. Now, you know, you threw me off a little bit later in the episode, but right now, you better speak your speech. Child, that's the antiquated way of thinking, honey. It's no way I'm staying with a man that has had a baby on me. Carries on for years with the same woman, humiliates me, and takes jabs at my self-esteem, calls me a hoe, okay, on national television. Honey, ain't no way. Ain't no way. Child, please, I wish I would stay with him. Child, ain't no till death do us part over here. You embarrass me, you're gone. It might take a while, but you're going to be gone, and you're going to stay gone. Child, Miss Wanda crazy. So then Miss Wanda gonna say, well, how was it killing you on the inside? Because Mel was like, you want me to stay with a person that was killing me on the inside? She said, he was cheating on me. So then Miss Wanda was like, I understand that. You know, 1 year, I can understand. I can't. 1 month, I can understand. I cannot. But 5 years? Mel said, no, it was 3. She said, well, what's the 2 years difference? She said, I found out about the 2 years. I thought it was done. Carried a 1. Honey, she started doing all kind of math, honey, but the math wasn't mathing. Basically, Miss Wanda said, oh, so you knew about it the whole time. Honey, however you slice it, tomato or tomato, he still cheated for 5 years. And it was 5 years too long. Okay, we're just going to call a spade a spade. But baby, Miss Wanda done got a confessional. Now, let me tell y'all something. Y'all know how Miss Wanda is. Y'all know she gonna get into it as she get into it. She stick her nose in places that it does not belong. She acts a fool every time she steps on the scene. But I have to say that Miss Wanda looked beautiful in this confessional. She had on an age-appropriate yellow dress, okay? And she must have gotten Kimmi's wigologist, honey, because that wig was sitting, hair was laid. And she looked very pretty. She's a very pretty lady when she's styled properly. Now that 27-piece Elvis freeze up with a little bit of Gumby on the side, I don't know what was happening. That right there, that didn't look good. But this confessional, yes, ma'am. But then she started talking, child. Oh, Lord, just when we thought it was safe. She's like, you know, Mel been new. You know, so they're sister wives at this point. Oh, it's the ignorance for me. Now, Miss Wanda, now, honey, don't start. You looking pretty and you acting ugly. Now, that's not nice, honey. That's why the people don't like you. You gonna have to cut that out. So then Miss Wanda gonna say, weren't you friends with the girl? Well, honey, that set Mel off, honey, as it should. She was like, what the? Y'all know how Mel get that high pitch. I don't roll like that. Child, oh, please leave her alone. Please leave her alone. Miss Wanda, you out of line, okay? I would have cussed Miss Wanda out. Now, I hate to say that because I like to respect my elders. I've been in the South 38 years. And we don't disrespect our elders. But Miss Wanda, honey, sometimes you need a good cussation, honey, because that's not right. I'm sorry. That's why Kimmi be weighing you out. You took it entirely too far. Not that she friends with the girl that stole her husband that's been cheating and laying low and spreading it wild with her man. Oh, no, ma'am. Moving forward. Mel is like, let me walk away before I say something I may regret. Yes, may regret. Mel, what is happening with the feathers on the dress and whatnot? The wig looks nice, but the dress is a no, ma'am. So Mel walks out, honey, and she is 38 hot. Do y'all hear me? With destiny in tow. Marceau is like, thank y'all for coming. Mel, come here, child, because he trying to get a hug. Marceau gone, honey. She trying to escape before she go off on Miss Wanda. Y'all know any excuse to touch Mel, honey. She's like, I don't need no hug. Honey, I know that's right. Please don't let him touch you. And where was Tisha during all of this? That's what I wanted to know. Girl, come get your mama. Child, she is acting a fool on set. Inside, Kimmi and Miss Wanda going at it because Miss Wanda feels like, let it have been Tisha, you would have given her the blues, you would have been going in. She feels like that Kimmi runs behind Mel because, she has not let it go yet, that Kimmi stayed behind when Mel escorted Tisha out of that event. She has not let that go, and she ain't planning on letting it go. So Kimmi was like, I don't run up behind nobody. You know what? I looked around the table, and Miss Wanda has single-handedly cleared the whole place out. Baby, when that lady step on the scene, everybody disperses. So Miss Wanda said, I know she love Martell. I know she want to get back with him. I know she gonna take him back. Kimmi said, I agree with you. Honey, not you agree with her. Okay, so what if she would? It isn't your place, Miss Wanda. Like, that's not your place, honey. Kimmi said, Miss Wanda don't care about nobody but her and Tisha. And don't, honey. That's the only person that she cares about outside of herself. So then she tells Kimmi, well, you made a statement that Tisha was talking about you. Kimmi said, what I said was, Tisha requires all this of me, but she doesn't give the same in return. Of course, Miss Wanda, she disagreed with that. So Kimmi said, listen, I spared her by not going off on her because I know that Tisha is sensitive. But I listened to both of y'all talk about me. So Miss Wanda is like, and why do I talk about you? Because of what I see on social media and what I see on TV. Miss Wanda, cut the crap, honey. So Kimmi said, what you see? She said, I see a lot of things. She said, like what? Honey, you don't see nothing about her on no social media. I have never seen her get involved in social media beef. Now, that's one thing I can say about Kimmi. She keep it classy all over her page. She is not involved in any kind of beef. There's no kind of scandals going on. So, Miss Wanda, what are you really talking about? She said, tell me what you see. Tell me what you see, honey. She's slamming her hand down on the table. Honey, oh my goodness. She's like, tell me or we can end this conversation. So she keeps repeating, tell me what you see. Child, nothing, honey, because she's just grasping for straws at this point. So Kimmi said, give me one example. Miss Wanda said, I don't have an, I'm just saying. Honey, Miss Wanda ain't got no example, child. She just talking. They are really going at it, honey. Kimmi been holding that in. I'm surprised nobody walked over to stop it, but they let it keep on going, honey, because it's good for the show and whatnot. In the next scene, it's the next day on Love and Hip Hop Alabama, and Mel J. Blige is in the studio hitting a little, ooh, yeah. Mel hit him with a, I think you're so uncool. I don't want to go to school. You make me want to drool. Girl, what are you? Girl, what are you saying? Oh, child. I'm sorry, y'all. She said she had the #1 record, child. On the streets of Huntsville, Alabama. Honey, I was listening to this. I was like, who wrote this? Honey, what in the Dr. Seussical, the musical is happening? She said, Martell thinks all of my songs are about him, but the songwriters are also sharing their experiences. Honey, well, it definitely sounds like it's all about Hotel Holt, okay? But thank you for clarifying. So then Destiny shows up to the studio to show her support while Melody drops some beats. Shout out to Nene Leakes. And she was like, ooh, that's my jam. So Mel was like, you like Side Chick Award? Baby, I cannot. Oh, y'all. Oh, I think it's so funny because Mel is really in the studio, honey. She has parlayed this into a whole singing career. Okay, girl. So they sit down to talk, honey. And Mel said, people ask her when she's going to get over it. And she's like, you can't just tell me to get over stuff. This is my process. I have to go through this the way that I go through it. Listen to me, Mel, honey. I can relate. And y'all spent 14 years together. Y'all had 4 kids. And I just don't understand how people just try to rush you into healing. Honey, y'all were building something. So if you want to shoo wop all day long, go right ahead, honey, until you feel better. And let me tell y'all something. People tried to tell me to just get over my husband betraying me, honey. I'm like, no, honey, it actually hurt me. Like, they act like hurt has an expiration date. Honey, I cut them right on off. You tell me when I need to heal, I'm going to cut you right on off, honey. And that's just that on that. Moving forward. Mel said, well, speaking of, what other people got to say, girl, what about what happened at Black? She's like, I had time yesterday. She said, me and Tisha just got back cool, so I hope this don't hurt anything. I hope that Miss Wanda ain't taking back the mess in the wrong way. So Destiny was like, so what happened with Tiffany is what I want to know. And Destiny was like, okay, well, aside from that, what happened with Tiffany? Because I saw she was crying and whatnot. And Mel tells her, it was about the vaping thing, and they sat down and they talked to her. Maurice and Kimmi felt the conversation should have been a sidebar. So Destiny, in her confessional, she said, sidebar conversations could have saved a lot of things. If she would have talked to me and Kimmi off to the side, it would have solved a lot of things with us as well. She's like, well, I wish Mel would have had a sidebar with me at Taco Tuesday. Where's the couth? Honey, I don't know, but you're acting so uncool. Child, I'm not about to play with y'all. I am not about to play. So Mel was like, yeah, she was very upset. She was crying. Destiny said, yeah, I saw her crying. I even had to hug her. Mel was like, yeah, that's why I was saying, she's very sweet. Child, tears do not mean you're sweet. She was crying because she got called out, okay? And she let those Karen tears fall where they may. Those tears proved nothing except that she can cry on cue. Honey, and you ain't fooling me. She's like, she isn't even messy. She's definitely messy. Destiny said, well, she gets too comfortable too soon because we don't really know her. And she doesn't like to read the room. She said, I hugged her because I saw that she was upset. Mel gonna say, she was upset because she hurt their feelings. So Destiny was like, well, she didn't cry when she hurt my feelings. Nah, I'm just playing. No, honey, you're not playing. Go ahead and let it out. Let her know exactly what it is. Mel said, well, you approached it differently. They were calm. So then Destiny was looking like, I know you lying. She said, I was calm. Mel said, no, you were aggressive. Honey, she was not aggressive. People really misuse that word. It is just crazy to me. They couldn't be around some of the people I've encountered. They definitely would see what aggressive is. So then they do a little flashback, right? She said, that's not aggressive. Mel said, well, it may be a lower level of aggression, but it definitely was aggressive. And you were aggressive when I was at your house too. And I was shocked. You were taking up for me with Miss Wanda. It's called being a friend, honey. A real friend, no matter what, will still ride for you, mad or not. We know you don't know much about it. Moving forward. She said, last time I was in your home, you were being very aggressive. Honey, there's that word again. I thought y'all ate watermelon and it was sweet and y'all were cool again. Like, why are we bringing up old stuff? Like, is this just something to talk about or what is happening? Because I thought this was done. So Mel is like, people don't speak to me in that manner. Destiny said, people don't speak to me in that manner either. So then Mel said, I was about to leave your house, but I just went ahead and let you get it off your chest because I was like, my friend needs to say something. So Destiny said, but do you see where I was coming from? Mel was like, it was so hard with the aggression. Oh, okay. I couldn't have been Destiny because I would have got up and walked out. I would not have been able to deal. I don't have time for this. This is some foolishness. Destiny said, Mel calling me aggressive is getting on my nerves because I feel like I'm standing up for myself in a situation that shouldn't have been brought to me. She said, well, you sure are real protective over Tiffany. So then Mel said, I wouldn't bring anybody around the group that would cause mess. Honey, you sure? Destiny said, well, you brought me to the group, so I hope you defend me like you defending Tiffany. So then Mel gonna lean in and say, just like a mother bear knows her cubs, I know my friends, and everybody doesn't need the same taking up for. Honey, I call bush. Okay, Tiffany is not some timid, fragile lady that needs protecting. She had a lot of mouth in those confessionals. Just what did she say? This is just who I am. I'm just blunt. It's your party and you can cry if you want to. Honey, you are wronger than a $4 bill. Okay, Tiffany is a mess maker. And having Destiny's back should not be contingent upon whether or not she pulls out the tears. Honey, you're giving very much fake. So Destiny said, just because I don't show my sensitive side, Mel was like, well, you need to start showing it, Miss Aggressive. Oh, okay, I ain't got no time. So she just kept on calling Destiny aggressive. Moving forward, Tiffany outside mowing the lawn on this riding mower. She's like, mowing the lawn is therapy for me. Girl, stop mowing that brown patch of dirt, honey, and wear your shoes. Oh, my God. She was like, yesterday was a lot for me. I really felt like I was being attacked, and I was glad my husband was there to stick up for me because in those moments, I just become very recluse. And, I feel like if my opinion isn't being heard, then I become quiet. Lady, not with the voice change and everything, honey, trying to sound meek and mild. Which one is it? Are you recluse or are you blunt and you tell it like it is? Which one is it? So then they stopped mowing in circles for a minute and they started talking about the sit down they had. She's like, I felt blindsided. He's like, I was about to go to the bar and then they pulled me to the side, but I'm glad I didn't get that drink because that conversation would have been a little bit different with liquor in my system. Oh, child, please. If you was going to pipe up, you would have. So you're telling me that you need liquid courage? Baby, and that shot would not have done a thing for you. I'm pretty sure you can hold your liquor. She's like, Maurice was pretty aggressive. There y'all go again. There you go again, lady, creating a stigma. That man was not aggressive with you. Stop it. He was direct, but he was not aggressive. And if he was, why didn't your surprise groom say anything then? She said, I think he was mad that I didn't tell him because, Kimmi didn't know. And that was something that Mel brought up in the bathroom. Yes, which she shouldn't have brought up, especially to you. She was like, Mel said they don't even communicate. So then she starts speaking on their marriage and their communication. Lady, you don't even know them. Okay. She said, honestly, it makes more sense as to why it became a big deal because I didn't hear about it from my husband. I heard about it on the street. So maybe that's why it was such a big deal. You are coming up with any excuse not to take accountability for your behavior. Whether that's the case or not, the fact still remains that you spoke on a child, point blank, period. So then he's like, what else isn't being said? So then they get in their confessional. They're like, this is our second marriage. We're extremely transparent and we talk about everything. Honey, y'all want a cookie? What do y'all want from this? Y'all are not perfect. So then she continues to talk. She was like, we were almost at closure. And then Maurice's mom came over and she added another layer. Honey, she barely said anything. And it's her son as well. Honey, stop acting like you were being tag team. So then her husband was like, nobody died. Everybody's okay. I mean, it was understood. So you need to just kick rocks. It's only so long I'm going to keep beating a dead horse. Honey, they've moved past it. You two nimrods are the only ones still talking about it. Because it gives you a storyline. That's exactly why you sitting on this moor talking about stuff that everybody else has already passed. And sir, you were out there skinning and grinning with Maurice. What was this energy then? Honey, you ain't gonna bust a grape. So then they proceed to blame them in their confessional. She's like, they didn't communicate in their home and then they tried to overly communicate with me and it was just very weird. Listen, the bottom line is you speak on my child, you're gonna have to see me, period. And that's all that needs to be said on that. These two are really getting on my nerves, honey. Y'all got all the mouth on this more, but was apologizing profusely in front of them. Child, y'all kick rocks. Moving forward. In the next scene, Martel and his business partner, they meet up. His name is Fred Acklin, right? Martel said he holds the home builder's license and the general contractor's license. Child, the only license that Martel is holding is his driver's license, child, because he ain't did nothing in all the years him and Mel been together. He said, he allowed me to go into business with him because he sees something in me. Yes, because you're on TV. That's exactly what he saw in you. And honey, he ain't fooling me. So then he tells him, I'm taking my exam at the end of the month. So the man was like, why didn't you ever get it? He said, well, Mel already had it. She went in there and knocked it out the park. I took the test. I failed it. And then she went in there and she just knocked it out. Well, some people are just test takers. That's just how it goes. So in Martel's confessional, he's like, I always thought we would be together forever, but I'm starting over. I'm on my own. So I have to get things on my own. So you expected her to stay dumb forever? Let you cheat and then stay? Honey, the fact that you thought that she would never leave while you have outside children it's really laughable. So then we revisit the 47 acres. Lord, please let us move on. He said, he's the one that put in all the work, so he shouldn't be left out of the deal. So before Mel and Chris could do anything, he convinced the developer to let him build the 44 houses on the baby. That man is something else, honey. He hated to see the mother of his children actually shine. So he went and stole the deal right back from him. Child, this is a fool. He said after hearing that Mel could build on that 47 acres, it lit a fire under me. So I'm going to go ahead and get my license. Of course, because how dare she outshine you? How dare she excel? How dare she achieve? Of course. In the next scene, Miss Wanda and her Ford Explorer, honey, they pull up to get the mess started. She's like, girl, I come to tell you about your little friends. I tried to get Mel and Martel back together. Tisha said, why? She said, they got 4 kids. Honey, he knew they had 4 kids before he had a 5th one. He knows. He knows. Don't worry about it. She said, then your friends jumped on me because I said the mother of his 5th child is pretty. Tisha said, I don't care if she is the most beautiful woman in the world. I'm not saying that. That is disrespectful to Mel. She said, I'm with Mel and my friends. Honey, my mom should not be entertaining the mother of his 5th child. Tisha, I'm so proud of you. Shout out to Drake. Honey, I am so happy that you are coming to your senses. So then she tells her, Destiny goes running behind Mel. You know how she like to do. Tisha was like, don't do Destiny like that. She is actually cool people. She really is a nice lady. So then she starts lying about her interaction with Kimmi. She was like, yeah, and then Kimmi said, shut up. That lady did not say shut up. So Tisha is like, that's not okay. Girl, Miss Wanda is fibbing. Don't listen to your mama, honey. She got a little lying problem. So she said, well, don't fight for me because I'm cool with everybody now. Miss Wanda starts saying, well, Kimmi gonna lose her front teeth. Ma'am, you're mad because Kimmi won't back down. That is the entire problem. So Tisha is trying to talk some sense into her mama, honey, but it ain't working. Tisha, you in this white look in this confessional, honey. Yes, ma'am. It is chef's kiss. Do you hear me? Honey, you look beautiful. Okay, Tisha, honey, y'all giving us something in these confessionals today. I am proud of Tisha for actually letting Miss Wanda know her feelings. But then, honey, just when we thought it was safe, Miss Wanda tells her about Marceau giving Mel that champagne, right? She's like, he said you knew, so I was cool with it. She said, I knew he wanted her to be a brand ambassador, and he gave her some chocolate champagne at my graduation party, but I didn't know he met with her. But the thing is, I'm not an insecure woman. Honey, when did that start? She said, I don't compete. I'm the total package. Honey, I know that's right. Keep saying it. Keep repeating it until you believe it. Let's go. Keep repeating it, honey. I know that's right. So Marceau walks up, honey, perfect timing, and gives Miss Wanda a little side hug. She's like, that's okay. I don't get real hugs. I'm not Melody. So this is what I peeped. Okay. The common denominator is that Mel is Miss Wanda's arch nemesis. She don't like nobody that backs Mel in the slightest. So if you team Mel, honey, Miss Wanda cannot be bothered. That's what I've deducted from this entire episode. So Tisha's like, did you personally meet with her? Because I thought you gave it to her at my graduation party. He said, and what if I did? Tisha said, I need you to answer the question. He said, I'm not answering it. She said, well, I need you to, because if you did, then that's a problem. Tisha, honey, you just said you were secure. Now it's totally different. Honey, your mom is the cause of these insecurities. She's lying, stirring up strife where there is none. Marceau knows he gave that wine to her at that graduation party. He just likes to be in charge and stir up mess. Don't let them manipulate your feelings, honey. After a 20-minute visit, your whole day is turned upside down. So he said, who said that I gave it to her? Who said that? So Tisha was like, Martel said that you gave it to her. He told my mama. He said, your mom is a known liar, honey, and is. He said, I'm tired of having to prove things to Tisha. It's 15 years, and if you don't know me by now, you will never, ever, ever know me. Shout out to Simply Red. Child, what? Not if she don't know you by now, she'll never know you. Marceau, that has nothing to do with nothing. So then Tisha got pissed, honey. She said, I asked you a direct question, and I want a direct answer. Well, honey, he's directly ignoring you, so let's move forward. He said, what do you think? I'm out here trying to get with Mel? She said, no, I don't. So then Miss Wanda said, do you have a side baby? Now, why do you need to say that? Why hurt your daughter in that way? Like, why even bring that up? So Tisha said, don't do that. That is not okay. I have 2 young daughters. I'm not about to lie on their daddy. I don't lie or disrespect people's marriages. Miss Wanda does too much for me. She does too much for me. Tisha, I'm happy that you finally stood up to your mom. But your mother, she's a problem. Baby Todd thought Mama Joyce was bad. Honey, Mama Joyce ain't got nothing on Miss Wanda. Miss Wanda came and upset the entire house, embarrassed her daughter, and is standing there smirking. Honey, I would have to take some steps back from her. Mama or no mama. I would have to take a break from her. She would only be allowed 15 minutes at my house. As a matter of fact, I'll visit you at yours because I hate for people to turn my spirit upside down. And you know what? I actually feel bad for Tisha. Miss Wanda messy self knows her daughter has insecurities as much as she plays tough. Like, why would you do that? If Marceau is doing dirt, honey, it will not be hidden forever. She is giving very much misery loves company. And then Marceau gonna say, ooh, I'm happy you didn't let her in the house. Child, and that was the end of the episode. Oh, Ooh, Love and Marriage Huntsville knows how to deliver. Do y'all hear me? This episode was good to me. Y'all comment down below and tell me exactly what you felt about this episode. Honey, y'all know I'm going to get down in the comments with y'all so we can discuss, honey. Watch and discuss. Please do not hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And as always, stay safe, stay blessed, spread love, not germs. Peace.